Hi, I'm special guest host Chris Palm for this week's Motivational Moment from the Bible. These videos are made to add a little something extra to this week's sermon, as well as give you a little bounce in your step till Sunday. When you are channel surfing, is there any movie that you'll stop and watch no matter how many times you've seen it? For Cindy and I, that would be Rockstar from 2001, starring Mark Wahlberg and Jennifer Aniston. In this, Mark Wahlberg plays an everyday Joe who leads a tribute band to his favorite heavy metal band, Steel Dragon. After the lead singer quits, Mark Wahlberg is recruited as the new lead singer, after the band hears him singing along in the audience. The story is an embellished retelling of when Rob Halford, the lead singer for Judas Priest, left the band to be replaced by Tim Ripper Owens. One day, Mark is a photocopier repairman. The next, he is the front man to his musical heroes, singing in front of thousands of adoring fans. At one of his first shows, in between songs, he tells the audience, "You know, I'm just a regular guy who grew up with the posters of these guys on the wall, and now I'm one of them. That's right, I'm standing here, living proof that if you work hard enough and if you want it bad enough, dreams do come true. So follow your dreams." His words are full of passion and emotion. He is fully aware of the opportunity he has been given. This little diatribe becomes a signature concert banter. Near the end of the film, he says it again, but as he has said it this numerous times, the words are just words, routine, without meaning or passion. Can I tell you a little secret? I can relate to this. In particular, during our Sunday service, during the Lord's Prayer. Now, don't get me wrong, our Sunday service is one of the highlights of my weekend. But sometimes, when my head is elsewhere, when I'm thinking of my assorted Sunday ushering duties, when my mind is preoccupied with various things, when I say the Lord's Prayer, it's just that, words. Now that's kind of a problem, because after all, the Lord's Prayer is not just a prayer. It's a vision for life in Christ's kingdom. It's an acknowledgement of the injustice, hunger, and evil in this world. It's a statement of faith, a call to worship, and a battle cry. It's a bold pleading for divine glory, social renewal, and heaven on earth transformation. So, if you happen to find yourself in this rut, what can you do about it? About 8 years ago, I broke my arm at work, my right arm. This is the arm I would eat with, clean myself with, dress myself with, and most importantly, draw with. My arm had to be held stationary in one position, and remained that way for several months, which brought my art making to a standstill. Well, that was a situation that simply would not do. So basically, I had to learn to draw in a whole new way. What once was just second nature, like walking or riding a bike, had to be broken down into individual steps. I had to rethink how I held my pencils and pens, how to hold my arm, how to move the pencil on paper. All these tiny steps that for years I did without thinking had to be looked at and rethought. It was a long process, but I managed to do it, and in the long run, made myself a better artist. So maybe the Lord's Prayer could be handled in a similar fashion. If you ever find yourself falling into monotony, complacent like I have on occasion, take a step back, breathe, focus, and listen. After all, this is Jesus telling us what a true disciple is, how he expects us to live. That's quite a tall order, don't you think? These 7 petitions are a moral compass that reveals the best way to go before the Father in requesting his guidance and his protection. Here's another thing you could try. I searched analyzing the Lord's Prayer and came back with volumes of interesting articles, breaking down each sentence of this prayer. Who knew you could use this thing for anything else but posting your Elgin Public House hamburger on Instagram? So tell me, are you getting complacent in your worship? Going through the motions, as it were? If you are, believe me, it happens to the best of us. After all, we're only human. But keep in mind the next time this happens, this prayer is a gift to you. Jesus is giving us simple, easy to follow instructions on how to come to Him. And it's something you probably have memorized since you were a tyke in Sunday school. Isn't it something? This has been Chris Palm with your motivational moment from the Bible. Have a good week.